Welcome guys, welcome back to the channel. Mind my voice because I'm a bit sick, so my voice might change a bit during the video. Um, but yeah, today we will talk about especially McKennie, a bit about Zaniolo because it's linked with McKennie according to the media, and some other stuff. Bremer, Fagioli, nothing special. It just there's nothing out there because we're just basically waiting until the until the game starts on Sunday. I think around Saturday the news will get better in terms of we can move on from transfer stuff and all those things, and we can just focus on football once again, because that's what we are all being waiting for, basically, especially now with the new signings. So yeah, as always, like the video and subscribe to the channel, and then we will get into it. Now, I think you all saw the news about Zaniolo, that he is basically the main target in the summer, or the main one of the targets in the summer. We know the club is after him, wants him since he burst onto the scene. Basically, that's that. And then he missed basically 2 seasons. I won't say two, but because he tore his ACL and his knees basically twice. Um, and basically now he is back to being an option. And Gazzetta dello Sport are saying, and in particular, it's Fabiana Della Valle who broke the Vlahovic news. So, and she's saying Juve has shown interest in Zaniolo. He's a player who fits the idea of the management, so young, Italian. There will be new contacts with his management soon. And she went on saying there already have been contacts in December, basically to assure his management that, well, the club is very interested in bringing him. Now, why McKennie? Because yesterday, even today, there was a link that McKennie could be included in the deal. Now, I like I think that's very difficult to see for a few reasons. One, I struggle like I said with Betancourt, Aston Villa. I struggle to see that, and he wasn't agreeing with Aston Villa. I understand why. I struggle to see McKennie agreeing with Roma. I really do. I think if he leaves for the Premier League or something else. I find it difficult for him or to see him stay in Italy, play for a team like Roma. No disrespect to Roma, just in Italy in general. Um, Also, the talks about not this week or these 2 days, the last couple of months, especially the start of the season, saying that the report saying that Juve won at least 28 to 35 million euros for McKennie, which is a lot of money. I don't think Roma value him as that to that extent, especially when the valuation of Zaniolo is like 45 or something like that. So that's why I think it's very difficult to see. But the flip side of is McKennie. We will talk about it during the live for Allegri. Somehow, many don't understand why. Many do. He's becoming, or becoming, he is. I don't say big time playing for him, but kind of an important player for Allegri. He is the way he plays at the moment. Now that can change completely. Now we got Zakaria. Will Locatelli move up? Will Arthur finally get a shot? We don't know. We need to wait and see. But McKennie, very strange that he's being mentioned to be included into the deal, especially when the news is out there that Juve wants a certain type of amount for McKennie. I think it's very difficult to see that Roma will say, yeah, we accept you paying us 45, 50 for Zaniolo, and we will take McKennie for 30, 33 million euros. I don't know. Like, very difficult to see, in my opinion. Now, do we need Zaniolo? All those things. We can talk about it as much as you want. I just want to talk about the season. Let's wait and see. Dybala, some say he's a replacement. Others say he's not. Will he sign? Will he not sign? Like, it's an ongoing discussion. It just, I don't want to say it's interesting, intriguing that that news came out now. after the transfer window shut down, and when basically it's February and Dybala's agent is expected to be back to talk about that deal. So it's a very, I don't want to say, interesting timing that the news came out. Basically, that's that. Um, so we just need to wait and see about that. Um, I find it difficult, but it is what it is. And we will talk about McKennie during the live because, um, yeah, I don't wanna say like he's an intriguing player. Like not, it's not flashy, but like yes, pros and cons, and people who actually really like him and people who don't rate him at all. Like he's a very interesting player, in terms of everything around him, basically, and now in terms of the market, basically, because that's what everybody is writing, quote unquote. But let's see how that will develop over the coming months, basically. So yeah, and then we move on to, oops, to Bremer from Torino. So La Stampa. So Bremer signed a new deal until 24. So he extended with Torino for once more season. And La Stampa saying Torino hopes they can sell Bremer to the Premier League. However, Juve and Inter are serious options for the summer. I think, or not I, yeah, I think that we got Gatti just to use him to get Bremer. I actually believe that. I can be completely wrong, but I do believe that the club actually likes Bremer, especially if the Ligt leaves, because he improved. He knows the league. He's physical and all those things. He's kind of good on the ball, or he improved since he joined in the league. That's for sure. So, and also if you just not read between the lines, but just if you read the news, the only name that comes back for a replacement of the Ligt should he leave is Bremer. Yeah, there's Rudiger, but like that would make no sense because he wants plus 10 mil from Chelsea. So what will he demand if he can leave on a free? Um, so I don't know. For me, I still think Bremer is the first option. Should the Ligt leave or should Chiellini retire? Name it. I think it's Bremer. Now, Torino, it's a bit like Fiorentina. They hope to sign to the Premier League, and I understand why. But again, like with Vlahovic, the how do you want to say, the will of the player, that's what matters at the end of the day. Now, I'm not saying he wants Juve. I'm not saying that, but if he wants, at the end of the day, as a club, you will need to deal with it to a certain extent. So so yeah, that's that. Um, it's very interesting because he signed a new deal and he actually is earning 2 million euros at Torino, and that's a lot of money. But I think they put him on that kind of money because they know he's gonna leave in the summer, 100% sure, certain. Excuse me. I think they're convinced about that. So the player and Torino, Cairo, I think they're 100% convinced that he will leave in the summer. So that's why I think he's on 2 mil. That's the only reason. But let's see how that will develop. And then we move on to basically the last piece of news of the day, and that's Fagioli. Nico Shira saying Juve are ready to open talks to extend Fagioli's contract, which expires in 23. I didn't know that. I thought it was 24. And they said Juve are ready to offer him a long-term renewal. Now, that should be the case. Like, you cannot let him go on a free. I would say, invest. I don't know if I should call it invest a lot of money in him or time. But he's actually doing well in Serie B. Better than expected, maybe. So I think he should be getting a shot in the summer. And looking what we are trying to do and trying to offload Arthur and Rabiot and try to bring in another good midfielder, according to reports. I think he will be a good addition to the team to learn and to play some minutes. So yeah, you need to give him a new deal, and the club will do that either way. Even if he's not going to make the first team, they will loan him out. They will use him for future deals, all those things. So yeah, the new deal thing is not the news part, I put it in there because I think he needs to get a shot. He needs, like, you need to try it out. If it's not working somehow, then at least you gave it a shot. But let's see. Like, the reports are always the same. Allegri likes him, so you would expect that he would get a shot. But so far, it's not. It didn't happen. Maybe, like, we're not the coach. Maybe they see something in training, but we we bring no players out of the U team. Keen, like, that's it. Yeah, Marquisio, but like, I mean, not consistently every year, but like every 3 years. That should be, for me, the benchmark. That you bring one, two of those players into the team. Is, if it doesn't work, fine. Then you can move them on. But like, at some point, you need to give it a shot, because it will save you money. And as we have seen, there are actually good players in the youth squad, under 23s. So yeah, let's see what that will develop in the summer. I think with Rovella maybe coming back, it's a big summer for some of these players. It is. But let's see. It will all depend on Allegri at the end of the day. If he doesn't rate him or them, then, well, they won't get a shot. It's that simple. So yeah, I will wrap this up because my voice is almost gone. Thanks for watching. Like the video as always, and tell us in the comment, like, would you, or do you think McKennie could be included in a deal for Zaniolo? Because I think it's strange, for different reasons. But let me know in the comments, and then we will see you in the next video. Ciao.